Hello and welcome to this mini JavaScript tutorial. Today I'll talk about array.prototype.map function. We'll see how we can use .map function with an array of numbers, an array of JavaScript objects, and how we can use .map functions with the JavaScript object directly. .map function is used to generate a new array using an existing array. The number of elements in the generated array will always be equal to the number of elements in the primary array. We generally use .map function when we need to iterate over the elements of an array and do some transformations on each element and then return the new array with the transformed values. So let's say I have an input array of numbers as shown on screen. I need to multiply each number with 10 and generate a new array. So I'll just invoke the .map function of input array like this. Now, .map function expects a callback function as its input parameter. So I have to pass a JavaScript function. I can pass an anonymous JavaScript function as an input parameter to map function. Now, since .map function generates and returns a new array, I'll go ahead and assign it to a variable. If I console log output array, I'll see an array of undefined values. This is because I haven't returned anything yet from the callback function. Now let's get in detail what the callback function is all about. The callback function has access to three variables. The first variable is the current element of the iteration, the second variable being the index, and the third variable is the complete array on which the .map function has been called. If I return the current value, I'll get an output array similar to the input array because I haven't done any transformation yet on the current element. Now, I wanted each element to be multiplied by 10. So I'll return the current value multiplied by 10. So my new array, that is output array, will now be having the transformed values. Since I do not need these two variables, I can remove these from the callback function. I can also use ES6 syntax here. I'll have to remove this function keyword and just use an arrow function here. This is also a valid ES6 syntax. If you want to further simplify it using ES6 syntaxes, you can also do that. Since we only have one expression in the function body, I can get rid of these braces and the return keyword. So this is also a valid JavaScript syntax. Now let's move to how we can use .map function with an array of objects. Consider we have an array of dogs where each dog has an ID and a name property. Now I want an array of dog names only. So I'll write const dog names is equal to, and in the same way I'll apply .map function on dogs. Now my callback function will take the current value as the first input parameter and then return current value dot name. If I go and console log dog names, I'll see I have the dog names here. So again, simplifying this because I only have one expression here. This is also valid ES6 syntax. Also, since I'm accessing a property of an object, I can also use object destructuring here and directly take the name property. So this is also valid ES6 syntax. Now, the standard way of doing this is we usually always isolate the callback function from the map function. That is, we write a generic function like getName, which takes an object as an input parameter and returns object.name. And then I'll just pass this getName function to the map function. If I were to use array destructuring here, object destructuring, I would use like this and return name. The reason why we usually isolate the callback function with the map function is because it gives us massive code reusability. Say I have another array of like const cars, which is similar in structure to my dogs array, where each car has an ID and a name property. Now I want an array of car names. I'll just go ahead and assign the car names variable and apply the map function, same map function to the cars. And if I console log car names, I'll see I get the car names as an array. This is how you can use .map function with an array of JavaScript objects. Now let's move to how we can use array.map function with JavaScript objects. Since .map function is a prototype function of array objects, we cannot use it directly with JavaScript objects. So to use map function here, we first need to convert data function, data object to a JavaScript array. We'll use object.entries data to convert it into an array of arrays. Now I'll then use .map here. Similarly, passing a callback function, I'll get using destructuring, I'll have key and value like this. So whatever transformation I need to apply, I can apply here. Now say I have to change all my key and values in the existing data to their lowercase versions. I'll just go ahead and return new array, that is key dot to lowercase and value dot lowercase. I'll assign it to a new object. If I console log new object, I can see I've got the key and value pairs, but right now these are in a way like array of arrays. I need to form my object again. So I'll wrap the entire thing in object dot from entries and then pass the entire thing. I've got my object back. So this is how you can use .map function with JavaScript objects directly. So thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, do give a like to my YouTube video, and if you want to give any suggestions or any feedback, do give them in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, please do that now. Thank you.